Incoming transmission standby. Welcome to the Nod News Network. President Zelensky's top advisor said that Beijing and New Delhi are incapable of analyzing the consequences of their decisions. Beijing asked Kiev for clarification after Mikhail Podolyak, a top aide to Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky, said that the Chinese and Indian authorities were not smart enough to understand what their country's real national interests were. Podolyak called the two Asian powers low intellectual potential in an interview with the Vlast vs. Vashenko channel posted on YouTube on Tuesday. Speaking about Beijing and New Delhi's growing cooperation with Moscow amid the Ukraine conflict, he said that China and India do not analyze the consequences of the measures they take. The aide accused China, India, and Turkey of making money from the conflict between Moscow and Kiev. Chinese authorities believe this is in their country's national interest, he stated, but Beijing is interested in staying away from Russia because it is an archaic country that drags China into unnecessary conflicts. When asked to comment on Podolyak's statement during a press conference on Wednesday, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Mao Ning said, "I don't know the context of this person's comments, but he should clarify them." Mao reminded reporters that Beijing has always maintained a responsible stance on the conflict in Ukraine, repeatedly calling for an end to hostilities and a political settlement of the crisis. Late Wednesday, Podolyak went to X, formerly Twitter, to explain what he meant by questioning the intellectual capabilities of China and India. He claimed his remarks were taken out of context by Russian media. According to Podolyak, China, India, and Turkey are obviously right to assert important roles on the international stage, but the global world is much bigger than well-thought-out national interests. Most diverse in the region. Moscow, with which Ankara, New Delhi, and Beijing maintain relations, is clearly trying to undermine the foundations of the global world, he explained. Podolyak is not the first senior Ukrainian official to make disparaging remarks about Asian countries. In August, Alexei Danilov, chairman of Ukraine's National Security and Defense Council, said that Asians are less humane than Europeans, including Ukrainians. "I'm nice to Asians, but Russians are Asians. They have a completely different culture, a completely different vision. Our main difference with them is humanity," Danilov said. This has been the Nod News Network, transmission complete.